It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. This is episode 226. I am your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, and also there's another host equal to me, Noelle Winters Herzog, the comedian.
Wow. Hello, comedian Noelle here.
We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, season 6, episode 1. I am happy to have new people. There were parts that dragged for sure. We'll talk about that, but also I am happy to have a new cast. I really did not enjoy last season. And I also didn't enjoy the season with Alina and what was his name? The guy who had like long hair. Yeah. No. The other Alina, the little person Alina. Remember? And then she got kicked off.
Caleb?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it was Caleb.
I did not enjoy that season either. That was like the worst season. A one and done kind of thing.
I want when we start every new person, we're gonna do the same thing like we did last season when we started, and we're gonna make predictions.
Okay. I love that.
Okay.
I love that for us.
Okay.
I also I want to say this. Yeah. I love when we meet the people's friends and then you never see them ever again. Who is Marcel? Who is the beekeeper?
Okay. Anna
and Marcel. Okay. Do you remember Anna she also had a friend that was a little person. He made her the grilled cheese.
The olive sandwich.
We never saw him again.
Yes, the olive sandwich.
Was it olives?
There was olives like in his grilled cheese. And we were like, what the hell are those?
I thought it was
black
figs.
pieces.
Oh, I don't know. It was like
I thought it was olives.
I thought it was like some kind of jam. He put raspberry jam. It was something, I don't know. But the problem is that they're trying to put like these characters in and then we never revisit it.
Yes.
Because so many times the season, as the season ends, I look back on the first episode and I'm like, okay, for example, last season, Chris dressed in costume all the time.
Yes.
That was the first episode. She's in a fairy costume getting her mail. That's not true.
We're also like, we're never going to see Chris again, I don't think. There are so many people we meet and we're never going to see them again.
Yeah. Just like a one and done, in and out.
And I'm sure there are going to be people on this season, same shit.
Wham, bam, gracias, ma'am.
Wham, bam, gracias, man. Except for Gino and Jasmine, because we're never going to get rid of them either.
They are the new Colt and Larissa.
Yeah, but it's like lame. They're lame. I'd so much rather watch Colt and Larissa.
Yeah, at least that was like legit drama.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're jumping into the pool. But before we do that, if you guys want more of me and Noelle, you know where to go. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast, where we have our favorite podcast, but also something that we don't mention a lot on the podcast. If you want this podcast the day we record it, which is up to a week early, make sure you go to patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast and join the elite levels.
Join the elite levels, and you're going to get it as soon as we record it, as soon as it happens.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I will tell you, we got some reviews where people are like, great podcast, needed a week earlier. It's like, yeah, that's what Patreon's for.
Yeah, I mean, like, give us a second too to watch the show. But also,
don't complain about free content.
Yeah, I see. That's so crazy to me.
Totally free. This podcast is absolutely 100% free. Also, you could join the Facebook group 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk on Facebook, where you could discuss this show and the podcast. Also, can I just say something?
Say it.
Here's a good disclaimer, and this goes for across all of our podcasts: 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk, Teen Mom Trash Talk, and Catfish Trash Talk. Do not DM me with homophobic and racist agendas.
Seriously.
Please stop it. Thank you. And I know that's like a crazy thing. Why did I have to say that?
It's so crazy that you have to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
no thanks.
Yeah. That's just, it's so much. I know people are like, what happened? It's like all the time.
Yeah. This isn't the first time. It won't be the last time, unfortunately.
It won't be. All right. Well, anyway, we're jumping into the pool with Amanda. She's 31. She has 2 kids and her husband is dead. What
do you think of Amanda?
Okay.
Just your first impression, you know?
She's been married for a really long time.
Yeah.
31.
I know. It's the only guy she's ever been with.
Right. So I think there lies the problem.
I think there are so many problems. I don't think she needs to be on this show.
No. I think this is actually exploiting someone who's spiraling.
Yes. I think that she should be in grief counseling is what I think.
Great idea.
Yep.
Yeah. So she's visiting her sister in Ohio, but she lives in Louisiana. She's not visiting her sister in Ohio. She's bringing her kids there so that she can leave.
Exactly.
Visiting your sister in Ohio?
I'm just visiting her.
Yeah, I'm just visiting her, and then I'm just gonna fly out. So they were married for 8 years. He was 45 years old.
Right.
Let's do some math.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm not good at math, but okay.
Okay. So she is 31. She was married for 8 years.
Yes.
She was 23.
Right.
He was
45.
45 minus 8. So he was 37 and she was 23.
That's such a huge difference.
And you know that's only when they got married. So they were dating before that.
Yeah, for sure. It's the only guy she's ever been with. So they were probably dating from when she was a teenager. Okay. Everything seems good.
No, it seems fine. I don't think that would have anything to do with any kind of emotional distress.
I think that there are just a lot of things she should talk to other people about, not the people on 90 Day Fiance.
Like maybe a doctor.
I cannot believe that her husband died less than a year ago and she's on 90 Day Fiance.
Okay. Also, something else that I was thinking about today. So it's called Before the 90 Days, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that they're planning on getting engaged.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of ruining the surprise? Imagine like you and I were dating. And then you were like, hey, do you want to go on this show? It's called 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days.
Right.
I'd be like, oh my God, she's going to pop the question.
You're like, okay, so I know where this is leading up
to. Like I have an idea. I have an inkling of what's going to happen next.
Yeah, it's so true.
And then everyone acts so surprised. So he only died this year, her husband.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my nightmare.
Tracy, we were just talking about this.
Yep. So he had lung issues. They didn't see anything. 8 months later, he has stage 4 cancer. 3 months to live, and then 10 months later, 10 days later, he dies.
I can't even wrap my head around
Can
that.
I say something crazy?
Yeah.
Did you see the picture of him the day he died or whatever?
Yeah.
He looked like he was dying.
Yeah, he looked like my dad.
Right. After no, but how long was your dad sick?
But that's what I'm saying. Right. How did that happen?
So he was dying actively, and everyone was just like, oh no, it's cool.
It's so upsetting how often I hear of things like this. It freaks me out and I don't want to faint. So,
okay, cool. So, he wanted her to move on, she says.
Sure.
He was like, listen, I just don't think like maybe tomorrow, but like,
yeah, I mean, give it, wait until the bed's cold again, Sure,
sure. So, she is, do you see her doing her foundation?
Her puff.
Okay, so she has a beauty blender. It's dead bone dry.
Oh, I noticed. And it's funny, isn't she over a sink while she does it?
She's over a sink. It's orange foundation, and she's just wiping it. I'm like, honey,
I know.
Watch a TikTok video.
And it's funny because it's like, honey, blush just a little.
Oh man. So she loves TikTok. She met this guy on TikTok. Watch a beauty tutorial.
I love TikTok. I learned so much.
Yeah, of course. So she found this guy on her friend's live TikTok stream.
Right.
And she paid to send him a rose.
She's like, it's less than $1. Okay. I've seen so many people send roses.
Let me tell
TikTok.
You something.
Yeah.
It will be a cold day in hell the day I send a stranger or a man of any kind a rose on TikTok or any other platform.
Well, here's the thing. I'm married, so I won't do that, but I would do it. Why not? YOLO. Why not?
Noelle's getting a mail order bride herself.
This is where we're different. I would be sending roses. You get a rose and you get a rose. Everyone gets a rose.
Wow. I heard that about you. So they start chatting. His name is Razvan.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
He's 26. He's from Romania. And he is a, quote, model, singer, social media entertainer. So he's unemployed.
So basically he's unemployed. So women pay him because he's hot. That's what he is.
Yeah. So he has a little bit of that Borat accent, which we love.
Yeah. He's not for me, but he's like conventionally hot.
Yeah, super handsome. Not for me. Sure.
Yes.
So they've been dating for 4 months. I like how her husband died this year.
Yeah.
That could mean last week.
Of course it can.
They don't tell you when he died.
Because this is probably so outlandish. Like her husband probably died 5 months ago.
Her husband probably died 4 months and 1 day ago.
1 day.
She was
probably in the hospital
on TikTok going, she wanted me to move on.
Yep.
She wanted me to move on.
Rose,
yeah. And he's like, I'm not even that sick.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh, you'll be dead soon.
Right. See you later.
Oh my God. That's so terrible to say that. Okay. So she's going to go meet him. So she goes with her sister Amber for a spray tan. And because she wants to be, quote, toned, tanned, and sexy for him.
Do you see something wrong with Amber?
Her sister?
Yeah. I
Tell me.
feel like I feel like you can't, there are so many things I could say in my head, but you can't say out loud because then people drag you on the podcast.
Oh, I'm going to have to rewatch Amber.
So I just feel like watching Amber, she just doesn't seem right.
Okay. Well, she's more right than Amanda.
Oh, no. I actually like her. I like her opinions, but she's off.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look-see.
Yeah.
So she goes to the airbrush lady's great.
Oh my God. She's so silly. I want her to airbrush.
I know.
Uh-huh.
But now she goes in a bikini. The bikini bottom is black and the bikini top is tie-dye and she's just getting sprayed right over it. I'm like, you're ruining your bikini all the way.
She doesn't care.
Okay, well.
She doesn't get her face sprayed either. Just her body.
That was weird. That was a nice tan.
I know. I'm like, I could do that.
I love that. Okay. So Amber thinks this is a weird rebound.
Amber's right.
Yep. And they also break up a lot.
In 4 months, they break up a lot.
They've never met. They break up a lot.
This is a common theme, though, we see
here. This is a common theme.
He's very Usman.
Please, I have notes.
Okay.
But she knows that it's true love because they get back together all the time.
Her sister is worried that she's filling a void.
You think? So she wants him to propose. And Amber said she's always been a wife. She's always been a mom. And she's like, well, you don't know what it's like to be alone with these kids.
Right. I need a dad. I need someone to come help
Quote,
me.
These kids need someone with a rock hard body. I don't know
with
if the last part.
Marble abs.
I don't know if the last part was what she said, but I definitely wrote it down.
That's what she needs.
So she feels super bad leaving the kids for 3 weeks, but not bad enough not to leave them.
But don't you feel like go hook up with someone? You have to meet someone and marry them?
Well, she has to marry him to bring him here because he needs to be the dad of the children now.
But like, just go to Romania and hook up.
Can you maybe have him come here?
Right. Like the thing is, it's okay to be a widow in mourning and want to have sex. Fine. You don't have to get married.
Right. You don't have to get married, but she needs to get, but that's not what she's looking for. She's looking for a replacement.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
So, he knows the kids. He plays with them. He video chats with them. He dresses up.
How do you play on video chat?
I don't know. I don't really want to know. And then she cries because if they break up, the kids will have another loss in their life.
Do you think they would ever notice?
No, but also, well, I don't know. These kids are like a little bit like very, very, very noticey.
Tracy,
they're very observant children.
If you made me kiss my father's urn every night before sleep,
yeah, I might grow up a little fast.
What the fuck?
What? No good? She's like, you want to lay with daddy in bed?
But that's what I mean. Do you want to sleep with daddy in his blanket and his urn? Is daddy going to sleep in here with us tonight? Like, this is fucked up.
Yeah, of course it is. So, so instead of crying if they break up, why don't you just do this on your own?
Right. You're confusing the kids.
Of course. So he is going to shoot a music video a la Soulja Boy while she's there. And he might kiss a woman.
Right. But she should be starring in the video.
Right. And she's jealous when he acts. And then they show Skinamax.
What the hell was that?
What movies does he act in?
But it has to be Skinamax. I mean, it's blindfolded women. And what is this?
I mean,
I'm like, I don't think I'm allowed to watch this. I know Tracy's not allowed to watch
I'm
this.
definitely not allowed to watch this.
Definitely not.
No.
I like look down.
This
was on
90210 Married with Children. I'm not allowed to watch.
That's so true. Probably not Alf either.
No, I watched Alf. I don't know if I was allowed to, but
probably not.
I probably just didn't get the jokes. So okay, this little boy is like trolling him.
Oh, I know. Your muscles aren't even big.
He goes, they're tiny.
That's so funny. Because internally, he's bugging out.
What, the guy or
the adult Rachmaninoff, my doctor's name. He's probably like this. Fuck this little kid,
right? He's like, I can't wait to
meet
him and kick him in the head.
Wait till I show him my muscles in person.
I'll show him exactly. So she gives them a stuffed animal sprayed with her perfume. Do you have dogs?
Also, what are you never coming back?
She's like, I also gave them a pair of my underwear that I've never washed.
Oh, good.
What are you doing?
In case they want to sniff their mommy. That's the last thing I want to do, is sniff my mother.
This is inappropriate.
Yeah, and then she has to get puzzle necklaces.
They're sitting there with their mother's underwear around their head, with their father in a box.
And then it's like, okay, today I'll sleep with daddy and you sleep with mommy. Gross.
Maybe they could get a box with their mom's picture on and stuff this bear in it.
Yeah, and then they could just have all four could sleep together.
Noelle, this is like...
No, I know. And it's also like, guys, you just shouldn't have started off with her. Like, you started off strong.
Yeah, you guys really hit the ground running, huh?
Yeah. And like, there's like, this is a lot. I'm even watching the coming attractions. Like, a lot's going to happen this season.
Sure. So now her son, who's, I don't know, 1,
he's so like, little.
Are you going to sleep in this guy's bed?
Right.
And she's like,
Daddy's in the back seat with them.
No, he goes everywhere with them.
I can't. It freaks me out.
Noelle, it is justifiably freaking me out.
Okay, good. I thought it was just me. Also, did you notice that she just cries all the time? Like in every confessional, she's just crying.
Yeah, because her husband just died. Like, get it together. That's a sign that you should not be doing this.
Right.
On TV? On TV.
But like, go hook up. Great. That's it.
Noelle.
Yeah.
Well, if you're listening to this podcast, chances are you're a fan of drama, but meltdowns, tantrums, and food fights at your kitchen table, that's where we draw the line. And when you guys turn to Little Spoon, it is going to be so different. Little Spoon is a one-stop shop for healthy, easy mealtime and snack time for your baby, toddler, and big kid delivered right to your door. Yes, you heard that right. You can have Little Spoon in your life for years to make mealtime healthy, tasty, and easy. Time-saving and convenient without the compromise. Noelle, you're going to love this.
Okay, let's hear it.
You're legitimately going to love this.
I know I am.
So Little Spoon delivers baby blends. So that's fresh organic baby food from single ingredients to multi-textured purees to take the stress out of starting solids, right? Then we have Biteables. Transition to table early finger food meals that are cut to size to promote easy self-feeding and healthy balance and free of artificial junk. Then we have where Noelle's jumping in. Plates, toddler and big kid meals that are free of junk and taste amazing. Even the pickiest eaters love them. Think hidden veggie mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, and adventurous eats like pot stickers, gnocchi, and more.
Okay, I want to eat that.
I know you do. Smoothies, healthy snack time with organic smoothies in the form of convenient pouches made with amazing flavors like strawberry banana shake and purple carrot acai bowl.
That sounds delicious.
We love everything. It is also fresh, so delicious, and made with the cleanest, high-quality ingredients. Did I mention that it all will come right to your door? It is so flexible, so easy, and everything stores right in the fridge and freezer. Noelle, this would be so amazing for especially like the summer.
Yeah, of course it would, because kids are so picky.
I know. You could pick the menu and change up what you order every single time. The price is right. The quality is unmatched. Your kids will love it. The grandparents will love it. It's a huge win-win-win. And it can be for your family.
Yeah, I love that.
Make this year's chaos a little bit more manageable with time-saving, delicious, and healthy meals and snacks your kids will love. Go to littlespoon.com/fiance and enter our code fiance at checkout to get 30% off your first Little Spoon order. That's Little Spoon, littlespoon.com/fiance and enter our code fiance for 30% off at checkout. And guess what?
What?
Show notes.
Right in the show notes, honey.
Right in the show notes. And I'll post it in the group too, because this is pretty exciting.
Cool.
All right, moving on to Gino and Jasmine.
Like, I know that they had a lot of flair and people love them, but like I don't like them again. Me neither.
No, I don't want to ever see them ever again, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's buying her extensions and he doesn't like to spend money.
Right. Same shit as last time.
Right. But they're sending him to buy her extensions.
$320 a box.
Right. And he needs 5 boxes, but she wants them all. It's the way she talks to him. She's like,
well, that's what
I
don't
will
like.
not take less than
Uh-huh.
you are to buy them right now. But you must have the money if you do it, right?
Oh, he definitely has the money. I mean, obviously he's just cheap, but I don't like how demanding she is.
No way.
Yeah.
They fight a lot. And then we go back to the naked picture fight, right?
I forgot about that.
So he filed the K1 visa.
I know. And now she's frustrated.
It's been a year and they fight so much. So he's going to go to Panama.
Right.
He also stopped wearing caps. He's now wearing like fedoras.
I like them better, at least.
I mean, I like none of them.
Yeah.
She said that they fight about money and sexual issues.
Well, he has no sex drive.
So she goes to the surgeon and she asks if her DPH smells.
Why? But why are we doing this?
Because she wants to be a virgin again after her kids. And he's like, the gap isn't as big as you said it was. It's like, what did you have a conversation on the phone? And she's like,
probably.
Yeah, it's probably like a foot or two.
She's probably like, I have to come. You have to see it. I'm just fisty.
No, how? Oh my God. She's like, a lung fell out the other day.
Fisty Jasmine.
She said that she's a perfectionist. I gotta tell you, I will disagree with that.
Yeah, I don't see perfectionist qualities in her. I'm seeing some other qualities.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
so she said that Gino's not attracted to her, so she's gonna fix her punpunada.
I'm so uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable for this doctor.
Well, she's done all of the stuff for him, but it doesn't work.
Because she wants him to come inside of her. I said it.
You're canceled.
I said it. Oh. That's what she wants. That's her dream. That's your dream?
Dream bigger.
Yeah, dream better.
Maybe you want like an in-ground pool.
Well, that's what Tracey wants. Right. Maybe you want a saltwater pool.
Right. Like that's what you want?
Yeah, dream bigger. Maybe you want a house in the Hamptons.
Don't you want an SUV?
Yeah, I'd rather have an SUV than Gino busting a load at me.
Don't
yes,
you want
I would rather have
countertop?
That.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, there's so many better things that you can have.
Don't you want Louboutins?
Yeah, don't you want some gold hoops? Just some gold hoops.
Solid gold.
Yeah. Solid gold is underrated.
It really is. It's so good for selling after you break up too.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that from someone else that I know. That's
heard that from my grandmother.
I mean, I actually have heard that from my grandmother.
Oh man. So he has a new full-time job as an automotive engineer. I'm like, are they saying he's a mechanic?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, are you a work from home mechanic?
Stop, because every time. All right.
Apex Technical School. That's where he is.
Picture this.
Picture this. I'm New York City, 1988.
I'm home from school. I'm eating Cocoa Krispies. I have to blow my nose 800 times. I'm sitting there with a box of Pus Plus with aloe.
Some things never change.
The Apex Tech commercial comes on, and they tell me that I could earn my degree in automotive engineering in less than 8 months. Wait, it gets better. Richard Bay comes on.
And then you eat your lunch that was meant for that day of school.
I eat my lunch from school. I eat the leftover chicken cutlet sandwich.
Yep. Yum. Tracey, why do we share a brain? All I thought of was Apex Tech.
Okay. Now another commercial comes on.
Which one?
Lincoln Tech. The old man with the mustache.
Tracey, the old man, the balding old man. He's wearing his mechanic Michael Myers suit. And he's got like a wrench in his hand.
Right. But you could also be an automotive engineer, but this time in 9 months.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, I want to go to Apex Tech. I'm not here for Lincoln Tech. I don't have an extra month.
No, Apex Tech sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds more techy.
It sounds more efficient.
Lincoln Tech. Who
wants to go to Lincoln?
What am I,
Tech?
poor?
No, Apex is where it's at.
Yeah.
That's so
So he's
funny.
a work from home mechanic. He's sitting there. He's got an engine in his kitchen.
He's repairing a carburetor.
He's repairing a carburetor in his pajamas.
Oh God.
All right.
That's so funny. We really think alike.
I'm like, what the hell is this? All right. So she She video chats with him.
Right.
And he's like, look at my shorts. I got new shorts. They're regular shorts. And
but
she's
that's
like,
what I mean.
She starts screaming, show me your nipples.
And he's like, I don't do those things.
He's like, I'm not like you. Remember what you did?
Oh my God. Also, in her confessional, she looks much different than she looks like on the show.
Correct. So she is very mad that the visa is taking so long, but she's mad at him very specifically.
Right. What does that have to do with him?
Well, I will tell you, as much as I do not like either of them, but I do not like her more, he wouldn't get a lawyer to fill out the paperwork.
He did it all himself.
I would be questioning that too. And then I'm like, oh, that actually does make me a little mad.
Right. Because then it's like, he definitely screwed this up.
Right. So now she has to move again because she keeps moving to short-term lease places. Okay. Maybe a longer one then.
Okay. But also
maybe
she's
not
like
a 2-week Airbnb.
She's like, that you say that this is my last month. And it's like, how the hell would he know?
He doesn't know. He's pulling that out of his coolie.
Yeah. Of his coolie hole.
He's pulling that out of his punata.
Yeah. He's pulling that out of his daddy stitch.
Oh God, Noelle, why are you like this? Exactly. So she wants him to get her a 2-bedroom apartment, and he's like, "What about a 1-bedroom?" And she's like, "Well, you know that my sister lives with me,
right? And we can't be having sex with her there, like in the same room." It's like, well, I guess not. Yeah,
right. But also, what's your
now
sister
her sister's living with her. Yeah, right. What's she gonna do in a month?
So she just gets 1 month and then she goes and lives in the garbage?
Right. Who does she live with? Jasmine, where are your kids?
¿Dónde está el bambino?
Yeah, where are
Jasmine?
Where are they?
Yo no sé.
I mean, it's like you want to stitch up and forget they happened. Where are these kids?
Yeah. Where are they? She's like, I just want to make sure they can't get back in.
Right. They try to climb their way back in.
She's like, I'm locking the door behind them.
I like that. Yeah, I don't know. This is crazy.
She's Larissa. I'm telling you, she's Larissa.
She is.
Yeah. So she said that they fight because they have sexual issues. He says that they have sexual issues because they fight. It's a chicken egg situation.
Right. Which came first?
No one knows.
Potato.
No, that's not how that goes. So he says, no, with an accent.
I know. And I don't know him to have an accent like
Con
that.
accento.
Yeah.
¿Por qué?
Goodbye. I hate you. ¿Por qué? Oh, Gino.
No entiendo.
Oh God, here we go. This is why your TikTok algorithm is like this.
They hear me, I'm telling you.
I know.
They're like, oh, this girl thinks she speaks Spanish. We have to give her some tutorials. This is very bad.
Yeah. That's funny.
She just asked the gardener if he wants to go to the circus.
She keeps telling him the cat's in the street.
Oh man. So that happened. 1 minute later, they've already moved.
And she moved into the luxury place.
She moved into a luxury place, and he's going to pay for just 1 month of that. Wow.
So is it the same where it's like first month, last month security?
No, I guess this is legit short-term rentals.
Yeah.
So he's paying for 1 month.
So he paid for her luxury extended stay.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's having lunch with Dane, but she's calling him Don. Or she's calling him Dan.
She's calling him Dan. It's Dan. I guess he's Australian, right?
He's got to be Australian.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote down. That's how I know.
Okay, me too.
So that's her ex, and she moved into his building. And I will tell you this.
Yeah.
She said that they broke up because he's too delicate. She's like, he's handsome, but he's delicate. And I'm like, yeah, of course. That's crazy.
Yeah, of course he is, but Gino isn't.
Right, but also you're not exactly going to a gorilla juice head.
Right. Well, that's true too. Right.
So now I find out something that I kind of don't think I knew.
What?
She said that when he sent that picture to his ex, she spread them around her job and she lost her job and she's banned from teaching. Do you think this is true?
See, I don't know, because I remember when it happened, she was like flipping out because she was worried it would get to her job.
But I'm saying, like, did she make up the part where it did?
I don't think it went to her job. I think she just doesn't want to work.
I know. I would have been like, oh my God, now I could never work ever again.
Never again.
Thing. So now you're going to have to support me forever?
Forever. So
you're going to have to pay me.
That's his payback.
Yes, that is his payback. And you know what? I don't hate that.
No, me neither. I actually like that about her. I'm like, oh, you're never going to work again because of this. Good for you.
Yeah, that's the best thing he ever did for her.
I just think it's so weird that this trip is their last chance to reignite their spark.
Imagine having such a difficult relationship for no reason.
But that's what I mean. Nothing happens.
Just stop. Just stop talking.
So weird.
It's so easy.
Talking.
It's just so easy.
It's so easy. Everyone's so creative.
Well, you know what else is so easy?
What?
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp, and it is so easy to get caught up in what everyone else needs from you and never take a moment to think about what you need from yourself. I've been doing that lately. I have been trying to think about what I need.
It's so hard to put yourself first.
I do not have the emotional real estate to put anyone else first right now.
Yes.
But when we spend all of our time giving, it can leave us feeling stretched thin and burned out. Therapy can give you the tools to find more balance in your life so you can keep supporting others without leaving yourself behind. I've benefited from therapy. I had my therapy session today. It was very good.
I love that.
I like to talk it out. I like to hear someone else's opinion about things. I like to hear a little bit of
like
insight.
An unbiased opinion.
Yeah, it's helpful for learning positive coping skill. It's really fun to like learn how to set boundaries too.
I've never did that until therapy.
Exactly. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma.
Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you could switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/fiance today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
All right. Show notes.
Let's talk about Riley.
49.
48. That's what
I wrote 49.
I wrote 48.
Well, you know what? He's somewhere between 48 and 49.
He's from 48 to 49 years old, approximately.
Uh-huh.
He lives in Pennsylvania, but he is from Jamaica, Queens.
Hell yeah, Southside Jamaica, Queens. That's
represent.
Where I'm from. Represent.
That is where you're from. That's literally where you're from. And
yeah.
It's where I live like 4 blocks away from there.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I could wave to it from my window.
You should go wave.
It's almost like when Sarah Palin lived in Alaska and she could wave to Russia.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's the same. So he loves jazz records, and he had a house fire in the year 2000 and lost everything.
Wait, what do you think of him? We never met him before.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that he is a simple man.
Yes, agreed.
I think that he is really forcing this. I do not think this is going to work out.
I don't think it's going to work out. I think he's forcing it. I actually think he's a nice guy, though. I think he's a simple man. I think that he's just someone that's very lonely.
Very lonely. Like the loneliest. But like
that's the thing. I think he's so lonely that he wants anybody who will love him.
Exactly. Now, also, I will say this. So he's like, these are my jazz albums. These are my R&B albums. This is, he's like, and then I have really obscure things. He's like, this is my Elton John collection.
How the hell is Elton John obscure?
That's like saying my Taylor Swift is my indie collection.
Right. It's so true. It's like that. Really? I don't know. But I know he took out the cigars and Tracey was like, you lost me, pal.
I'm out and I'm out.
He
said that he sees colors when he listens to jazz. Well, you know what? There is
definitely that's cute.
The medication for that. So he takes out his cigars and he says, quote, that's my world.
Listen.
Marry your cigars.
He has a dog that he's nice to. That makes me like him.
He does have a dog, Mila. And he was in the military and now he works in public security for the government.
Right.
But he got really hurt in his last relationship.
It seems to be a pattern with him.
Okay, well, his ex was not answering the door. He went inside and she had a guy in the closet. Okay, but what do you say to this man in the closet? Hello?
Well, you know, my old coworker went home and there was a girl in the closet. Her husband had a girl hiding in the closet.
I'd rather have a girl in my closet than a man in my closet.
Well, I know, same.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like a man fight is scarier.
Men fights are definitely scarier. I don't think, anyway, and the guy wound up leaving his wife and marrying that girl.
Well, I'm sure
the closet girl.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Quote, he said, it felt like a betrayal. No.
Felt?
There was just a betrayal. I was betrayed.
That's really, really
like it
hard.
Almost felt like.
Right. It almost felt like she did something wrong. Yeah. it's like almost like I feel like he's like disconnected from things.
He is.
Yeah.
So he met someone after that and he put a ring on layaway.
Right.
And she left him and ghosted him. And he said that the reasons that she had didn't make sense. And this is where I get a little bit scared.
Why?
Because I just feel like he did not accept that she didn't want to be with him. So she had to ghost him.
Well, no, she said she was going to Philly. She's like, oh, I'm going to go to Philly and do
okay,
a
but I
couple
feel
of
like
things.
that didn't come out of nowhere. I feel like he wasn't picking up what she was putting down. I feel like she was probably saying like, hey, I don't want to be with you. And he's like, no, that's not true.
Maybe. I also think some girls are cowards, just like some guys are.
Okay, sure. But guess what? It doesn't matter if the reasons don't make sense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she's like, hey, I don't want to be with you because your shoes smell. Just leave it alone.
Right.
If
but
someone
I've
doesn't want
been
to be
in
with you,
relationships. I know, but I've been in relationships where someone breaks up with you and it's like, but those reasons don't even make sense because you don't see it the way they do. I get what he's
sure,
saying.
but also bye. And I'll think about that later.
It doesn't mean that he's a predator or he's mean
I
or
hope
he's a
not.
bad guy.
I hope not. That's all. So he goes on a Vietnamese dating app moments later and he meets a girl named Violet from Ho Chi Minh.
Right.
And he said that she's the sweetest joke I've ever met.
Sweetest jerk.
Jerk.
Yeah. And then
I'm not good at writing.
Joke all the time.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay,
they just
sorry.
joke.
I got
constantly.
joke and jerk. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like,
it.
I don't know, something about a joke grenade. He said.
Okay. That was terrifying because I'm like, you were in the service. That's very triggering to a lot of people. So they FaceTime and he's going to go visit
has my
her.
old dining room set. It was so crazy. I'm like, I know this. This is my old Bob set.
Oh God, those chairs used to dig so much into my butt. You'd be like, Tracey, get over it.
Yeah, I'm like, I fucking like these chairs. They're high, and you're like, they're too high. I don't like getting up here.
Yeah, but
they're
they
like
hurt
bar
my
chairs.
butt. No, but it was that thing in the middle and hurt my butt.
I know you're a very sensitive butt.
I have my butt is a rose. It's a sensitive, delicate rose. So he won't say I love you because if he says that he loves you to someone, they leave him. Meanwhile,
I'm like, that's so sad.
No, get a grip.
Get a grip. You know what bothers me, and which I know what bothers you too. Oh, then we give each other the middle finger. Get a life.
Oh my God, Sasha. He's like, that means something to us.
Yeah, it means fuck you to me. That's what it means.
Get away from me. They joke around really weird. So now he has to go to his Juneteenth celebration. And he is late. Now, let me tell you, he was supposed to be there early to help, but he rode his crotch rocket 1 mile an hour.
Yes. That's the slowest I've ever seen.
It was so slow.
But it's also like, I mean, he's such a cornball. It's like, of course, that's what he rides there.
Of course. So we meet Sean and Tiffany that I bet you we never see again.
We're never going to see them again. Here's the thing. Like, I know this guy. I have served this guy in Applebee's. He's the guy who like goes to a party in like an all white outfit with a fedora on because he thinks that's like super cool, but it's like so lame.
Yeah.
He's like very behind the times.
Yeah. It's almost corny. A little bit of a Caesar-esque.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. But they try to do that twice on here.
Yeah.
Caesar.
Right. So now all the pictures on the easels get blown down.
I mean, it doesn't stop.
And Tiffany's like, see, the ancestors said that it's weird. Like this is, they're saying it. So this girl has 2 kids. They're 2 daughters, 20 and 16.
Right.
And Tiffany's like, listen, I don't know what he's telling you, but he met her a week after he broke up with his ex.
I know. I believe that though. Of course.
Of course. So he's bringing a ring there. And he also says, oh, and she also lied about being divorced. And she wanted him off the dating apps. But when he went to go look if she wasn't. And he also doesn't trust her.
And also she was like, well, what the hell are you doing on the dating apps that you find me? I love that. That's so manipulative.
Honestly, I do love that.
Yeah, that's so great. It's
I'd be like, how did you find me? I would have
been
like, I was on looking if you were on.
Me too. Nobody knows how to play this game.
Seriously. Come on, guys. Learn from us.
I love that he's bringing a promise ring with him.
He's just going to bring a promise ring.
Okay.
Well, it's not called 90-day boyfriend and girlfriend. I'll tell you that
90-day promises.
That's
stupid.
90-day promises. Did you ever see that show?
Oh no, tell me about it. I'd love to hear about it.
Okay, so 90-day promises it's a rehab show. It's like celebrity rehab.
Oh, okay. Promises Malibu.
And they all go to promises for 90 days. It's the longer stint because the regular celebrity rehab was 30 days and this is 90-day promises.
You know what? I would cover that with you.
I would love that. If they could bring celebrity rehab back,
we would have to cover that.
I would need to cover
Yeah,
that.
we would have to.
All right. We meet Tyray. He's 33. He's in California. I don't know what's happening here. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. First impression, go.
This is very hard. Number one, I feel like, again, they're taking advantage of someone by having this guy on the show. It's supposed to be like, I'm telling you what they think other people are thinking. This is not what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, let's put this overweight guy who kind of really doesn't have a life on here and put him with a girl that he obviously
is
probably would never get. It's like quote unquote out of his league. And let's try to make him feel foolish. It's like, I hate this.
Of course.
This doesn't make me feel good watching this. This upsets me and I know what's going to happen. It makes me feel terrible.
I'll tell you what upsets me a little bit more.
Yeah.
His rapping skills.
Okay, so he doesn't play the ukulele in the park. This is what he did for the show.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. This is another thing that we're never going to hear about again.
Yes.
So they give him a ukulele. They make him stand under a tree in the park. And they're probably like, hey, you're black. You could rap, right?
Right.
And he's probably like, no, I actually don't rap. And they're like, okay, just try. Just tell us what you see. And he's like, a man in a hat with a red hat and a blue sweater. What?
My first impression is this guy is too nice for the show.
Right. So he's very insecure of his weight and Chocolate is his best friend. And I was like, oh.
Why do you think I got so defensive of him?
You guys are in a relationship.
We are. Yeah.
You share a best friend.
I love him. We have to protect him.
We have to protect him. We're co-owners of Dove Chocolate together.
Yes, that's right. I mean, he's my partner.
He's a virgin and his mom lives with him in a 1-bedroom. She had a brain tumor. She got it removed and then she had a stroke. So he quit his job as a claims rep to be her caretaker.
Ugh,
his dad was murdered at 4 and then he was homeless back and forth. Things were bad. So now he has to take care of his mom.
And he has 4 siblings who don't really do anything.
Right. Because they're probably like,
he'll do it.
What are you, busy?
You'll do it.
And he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to actually try to take my mom
nice.
out.
I mean, he's rehabbing his mom. He's so nice.
Right. He's rehabbing her on one hand and then trying to kill her very slowly with salmon bones on the other.
He swallowed one.
Okay, but maybe
they warned Johan about this. He should have watched last season.
Maybe
the fish bones. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is true.
Yeah.
Maybe just take a tweezer to your mom's fish before you. But he's like, oh yeah. By the way, it has bones in it. She's like, I don't know if you know, but I just had a stroke.
Right. I can't
really need to choke on a fish bone. But thanks, guy. All right. So he's dating Carmela. She's 27. She's from Barbados. She is a goddess. She's Cardi B / Megan Thee Stallion combo.
Okay.
They met on a dating site. I love when they say that. It was not a dating site.
No, that's like a paid for thing. Right.
So they talk all day for 4 years. And he said it gives him a good kind of heartburn.
I don't know of a good heartburn.
Might be from the chocolate.
Yeah. Take a Tums. Chewable Tums. They're so good. They're very cherry. Tracy doesn't like them. But you know what? I bet he would like them.
Right. Because you guys have the same taste buds.
Yeah. That's how I know.
Well,
except for fish bones. I don't like fish bones.
She doesn't have a job. She does hair on the side. Okay. On the side of what?
Right.
She does hair in the middle.
Right.
She does hair right in the middle.
But she has aspirations to go to school.
She does hair on the side of nothing.
She does hair on the sides. Then how is that not her job?
She does hair in the front. She does hair in the front.
Right. She does hair. Let's just stop at that sentence. She does hair.
She does hair. Right. So she was very emotionally supportive of him. And his mother and him, they are all like, oh, he's a teddy bear. I don't like when people say things like
Neither
that.
do I.
Okay, good.
I don't like when people say things like that. Number one.
Yes.
You're talking about his weight, and I don't like that.
Of course.
But also it's like, you're almost saying he's like pathetic. Like you could walk all over him. Yeah. And I don't like that.
They only communicate on Snapchat, and that's where you lost me. I was like, oh no. I've seen this show too. I have a podcast called Catfish Trash Talk.
But that's what I mean. And they do dirty Snapchats, but not on video.
Right. So they've never video chatted, and he asked once and she ignored him.
So he didn't ask again.
Right. So he has a lot of cooking skills. What did I wrote can't afford fight.
He can't afford the flight to Barbados.
Why? I'm not good at writing today, huh?
No, he says that he can't afford the flight. He's like a low budget.
Yeah. Okay. So he has a lot of cooking skill and he wants to propose to her, but he kept her a secret from his family.
Well, because he knew they would judge him.
Right. So he's like, this is where he's like, Mom, I made you some I made you some regular salmon.
Murder salmon.
I made you some 100% regular salmon. Definitely not going to kill you. So I would like you to eat that all. Just look me in the eye when you eat it. Don't
You
look
don't even have
down.
to chew it when you do it.
Don't even chew it. Just look at me. Just look at me. Just look at me.
Look at mommy.
Look at mommy when you eat the
That's so funny.
regular salmon.
Regular. And he made little cakes.
I know, delish.
They're so cute.
So the producers are like, all right, we need to talk to you. So they're like, she used fake. Well, this person, I was like, oh no. They're like, this person used fake pictures, and they called them, and they said the person. And I'm like, oh no. They're like, yeah, it's a man.
I like though that he's like, they're like, okay, well, if you don't want this, we can cut this out. You know, we don't have to air this, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, do it. Still air it. He didn't tell them not to air it. I love that.
And then they're like, this is a man. And he's like, oh, yeah, whatever. And they're like, do you still want to get engaged? And he's like, I guess
we'll just like see.
That's the catfish way.
Of course it is. We've
That's
seen this. We saw a couple make out on a curb on
Noelle,
Catfish.
If this man, Tyray, does not get engaged to whoever he's been talking to, I don't believe in love.
Okay, agreed. Let's see what happens.
I need them to have a relationship.
Because I think he's gonna meet them.
I can't wait.
Me too. I actually can't wait.
All right, now we meet David. He's playing skee ball. He's 42. He's from Nebraska. What do you think? First impression.
That there's something wrong with David, and it's not that he's deaf.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So he said that he was born like this. Now he's playing pinball. He said he likes to be outside because he likes to feel the breeze on him. He was born in Tennessee. But it's like he's in Nebraska. He was born to an all-hearing family.
Right.
But he went to deaf boarding school because he could not communicate with his family.
Right.
He graduated at 20 years old. Is that high school?
I think high school.
Okay. Why are we playing a heartbeat during why do we have to hear the throbbing of your brain as I watch him sign?
So that's the thing. It's like, listen, I don't care that he's deaf. I don't care at all. We've never had anybody deaf on 90 Day Fiance. But like, so now we can't play music because he can't hear music?
Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If we had a blind person on 90 Day Fiance, would they take the picture off the screen?
Right. That's what I mean.
This is very strange. So he can't read lips. Can you use your phone?
And he can't speak.
Can you use your phone? He said people make fun of him, and he wants to have
I don't like
family.
That.
And now he does something that is the wildest thing I've ever seen in my life.
What does he do?
So they're interviewing him while he's driving. He's signing with both his hands while he's driving. We couldn't just wait until he finished driving. That's not hands free.
I know.
That's two hands.
I know. It's scary.
Yeah, of course. He said that his ex was deaf and she cheated on him.
That's like a theme of this show.
I know. So now Sheila is 31 from the Philippines. And I like to call it the filtered peens.
You're not wrong.
Because I mean, what's happening?
It's a lot of filters.
So she also has hearing loss. She uses hearing aids and she's learning English and ASL.
Right, which is cool.
Right. So she has a 12-year-old son and they've been dating for 2 years and they've never met. Can we go back a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. His family did him bad.
Yeah, his family sucked.
They sucked because, there's a lot of resources that could have been utilized.
Of course.
To help him live in a hearing society.
Adapt to the world, basically.
Yes.
Right.
And that is the thing. It's not about him being deaf. It's about him not being
He can't interact. Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Like, here's the thing. I know it's easier said than done. If it were me and I had a child and my child was deaf, the first thing I would do would learn sign language.
But it's like no one did.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
That is so way to make him feel like an outcast in his own family.
I had a friend when I was in 7th grade. And she was born deaf. And we all learned sign language in the class. We learned how to spell everything and we would spell to her.
Yeah, that's so nice.
It's like,
but why wouldn't you? Right.
It's insane. Okay. So he goes to his favorite bar
with his friend.
and he is going to talk to the bartender, who's his friend, and he tells him that he's going to see her. So now the phone is reading what he wrote.
Right.
And he's like, I'm going to see my girlfriend, quote, smiling face, licking lips, smiling face, licking lips.
And then they're giggling about the licking lips. And that's where he lost me.
He also sends her money. And she didn't ask the first year, but now she asked. She lost her job to COVID, and then she had a house fire, and he sent $3,000 in a year, and he thinks that's a lot of money.
Okay, but like the thing is, like, I think that's a lot of money, but I think it's a lot of money in one shot, not throughout a year.
Sure. So 3,000. I mean, I think it's just a strange. It's $250 a month. It's just a strange. I don't know. This is a strange situation. Yes. Obviously, we see the coming attractions. This woman needs a lot more than $3,000.
Yeah, I mean, her house is destroyed.
It's more like a porch.
Yeah, it's
like a covered porch. Like, this is not a good situation. I'm very, I don't know. The Philippines seems like, I guess some parts of the Philippines from what we've seen is very impoverished, and it's upsetting.
We're still going to meet the woman whose virgin man is in Israel. I cannot wait to meet this couple.
I know.
Then there's a lesbian couple. And then there's another guy. He's like the life of the party, and he's meeting another woman, and she says he's a narcissist. Like, I need to meet all of these people. I can't wait.
So the best part about being in a relationship where you really barely know the person is that if it's going horribly wrong, you can make it stop.
Yeah, so easily. You could just hit click, bye forever.
Like, you're never going to see them ever because they don't even live here.
Yeah, that's actually a perk of it.
Crazy.
Yeah, look at that. But people are desperate. They just are.
People are desperate, and that is what the name of the show should be. People are desperate. Trash talk. TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates and everything podcast related. Make sure you follow the podcast at Trash Talk Podcast on TikTok. You could follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You could follow the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. You could follow me at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. What else? Lots of stuff, I guess, right?
Lots of stuff.
Give us a 5-star rating.
Everything is on Tracey's website.
Yeah. Give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on everything that any platform you listen to us on.
Tell
and
make sure you
tell one friend about the podcast. Leave us a great review. It's going to be amazing. 5 stars. Amazing.
It's going to be amazing if you leave us a wonderful review. Maybe Tracey will read it to you.
Maybe I'll read it. I don't know. Maybe I'll read it to you as a bedtime story.
Just me. Or maybe she'll read it to me. And I like bedtime stories. I need them. I'm scared of the dark.
You do need bedtime stories. I have some upcoming tour dates opening for Hannah Berner, formerly of Summer House. She's a hilarious stand-up comedian, and I will be opening for her at in West Hampton, New York, in New Jersey at the NJ Pack Center, and we have a whole bunch of stuff coming up. There's something at the Palladium in New York City as well coming up. So go to TraceyCarnazzo.com and check that out. I'm always at New York Comedy Club too. So if you want to come and meet me and see my stand-up comedy, come on out. But here's the other thing. If you come out to see me, come say hi.
Yeah, say hi. You have to.
Just
take a picture.
Take a picture.
Take a picture, say hi, and do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.